Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Janet, the Journal Keeper. Welcome back if you've been before, and if this is your first video, I'd be grateful if you'd subscribe and press the little alarm so you're notified when I upload a new video. I'm very grateful for all of you watching. It's been a while. I've had a bit of a lazy summer, and but been doing a few things lately, and so I thought I'd catch up with everybody and show you what I've done. Firstly, I was inspired by Instagram to do these envelopes that I've made out of music paper and sewed and put a little document closure on that. Okay. Size is about 9 inches by just over 5, which is in centimeters 13 by about 23. A little bit of collage on the front, some Tim Holtz things. And inside, full of different ephemera. I won't show you both because they're fairly similar, but lots of different things. These are some page tabs that I made. That one goes on like that on the side of your page, made from old map paper. A couple of our pictures I put in there. These are some of the little hearts that I did made out of book paper and doilies with some collage. This is a little made out of Tim Holtz paper, a little pocket for a journal. It's got slots here and here, and then there's a little place to journal in there. Yeah, you could just stick that in, or stick it to a page. And there's another piece of ephemera made out of music paper, some gypsophilia, Tim Holtz buttons, some little silk, a little bit of a doily there, and dried leaf as well. Small tag made from Edith Holden and dictionary paper. An autumn, not a sticker, but just something to put in a journal. There's a pocket here for a journal. This is sort of looks like a mini clipboard. That's what the word I was trying to think of. It's got different paper, scrap paper on here. Some lace and bits and bobs, and a little bulb clip with charm on it. A couple of embossed pieces of cardstock. This was from a different nature diary that I found. This is a pocket there with a tag, and also used that same diary and tag in there with 2 pockets, 1, 2. Some cut out butterflies and some leaves that I've inked in there. Postal tag and a little folder sort of mini manila folder. This is from the Tim Holtz with the with a couple of journal cards inside there. Sewed that down each side and sewed those around. So that's what's in there, and the other one, as I said, is pretty similar. So the ephemera might be slightly different, but so those will, when I photograph, it'll go for sale in my Etsy shop, which I'll leave a link to. I've also made yet another booklet out of the Tim Holtz mini folders. If you've watched videos before, you know I've made several of these. I don't know why, I suppose I like them, I suppose. Instead of doing the tab binding, which I'll link a video where I did that in the description, I actually put, hang on, let's see if I can show you from the inside. There we go. Yeah, I put pieces of card here, glued those in place, and I covered them with the linen tape, the Tim Holtz linen tape, so it just wouldn't look like it would look a bit better. I covered it inside and out, so it would be stronger, more durable, and it would look better than card. I do find that linen tape really good, very strong. So off we go. Size again, I imagine 4x6. Here, 6.5 by 4.5, which is in centimetres. Just about 11 centimetres by 15.5. I've called this frames for reasons you'll see as we go through, but you could take that out of there and use something else. Okay, so I've had quite a lot of vintage photos which I've been wanting to use up, so I've used a few in here, and then there's some that are Tim Holtz. Some things are not Tim Holtz, which I'll point out. This is, as several of the others are, frames from Nanine at Collage Type. They come in a set on her Etsy shop. And these two gentlemen in their 3-piece suits with their watch chains, very small. And I've done a bluish frame here with some snippets, ephemera, buttons, a little bit of blue lace, some hardware there, and just a little bit of Tim Holtz botanical flowers there. Inside on these 2 pages, I used the new ephemera strips that are a new product from Tim Holtz to cover the pages. And then again here and here I've got 2 small frames which are from Nanine at Collage Type. That was from one of the recent stamps. Again, some more botanical, a little bit of snippet collage here, and one of the photo booth pictures, but I think it's one of the larger ones. This was a snapshot which I had to trim down to fit here. This is one of the sets of the manila. You get little pockets and cards and folders, different things. Again, I covered that in the strips as well, and put a couple of paper dolls on there. So there's the frames. This frame I wanted to use, these obviously are red, that I got from Art from the Heart, but they're not Tim Holtz, they're from I think it's 49 and Market. I believe that's the company name, and you can get them in all different colours. So I decided to make the whole page a red theme. This was some stencil rubbing I'd done, which I've showed on a previous video, and I cut some hearts out of cards, and just picked out some red things. I made a little tag there with a ball pin and some charms as well, and a ticket. Good place to keep your memorabilia in that top spot. Here I've got another of Nanine's frames, a paler blue this time. I sewed round most of these frames. A vintage photograph of a young lady, which I've added lace to her dress. And if you're like me, you can never keep a pair of earrings and you end up always losing one. And this little earring has been in my jewellery box for years, and I decided it would look nice there in the middle of that lace. So I put that in there. I also picked out some quotes from my collection to put in here. This page I've made a pocket using the tiles. These are, you get these in a pack, Tim Holtz. They are mainly ephemera cut up in tiles, but you do get some pictures in with it, which is what these were. And this was a die cut. I think it's from the plaid set of dies, and I turned it on an angle and snipped out some of the pieces here to make a larger area for the pictures to show through. And then I've made a tag. This was from a piece of clothing. I covered it, and that was just that piece I cut off there. And this is a set of colourful palette digital kit from Tracy Fox, and I'll leave a link to her Etsy shop in my description. So this one gave it a bit of an autumn theme with collage, and this was a die I had purchased before I even had a die cut. I thought I should use it, and these gentlemen here in there looking very smart in their straw boaters. And again on to another small frame from Nanine with a snapshot in there. I believe it was a snapshot, and some collage, again a sort of autumny theme. These were grungy numbers. I think these were from Tracy Fox as well. I found this grumpy looking bride. I think it was in my Halloween, Tim Holtz Halloween paper dolls. And I thought, well, she just looks like Miss Havisham would have looked in Great Expectations. For those of you who don't know that book by Charles Dickens, Miss Havisham was jilted at the altar and defrauded by her fiancé, and she never took her bridal gown off, and the cake and all the food for the wedding reception just sat there on the table rotting away. So I sort of made the lace a bit raggedy and stained the wallpaper there, stained the frame, which is Tim Holtz frame, and there's also some of the wallpaper backing that. I think this is now, they don't make this anymore, but Budley Crafts, I believe, still has some. How long they'll have it, I don't know. A little bit of collage around here. Poor Miss Havisham. Oh dear. Okay, another vintage photo. I think this little girl is this young lady. This was in the same family pack I got at an antique market sale. I haggled for the contents of this box. I just love haggling. You know, I like to. I mean, you're probably still getting ripped off, but I do like to haggle the price down if I can. It's just fun. Okay, I tried to haggle once in Egypt, and the man said, "Madam, you cannot be serious." It was so funny. I can't really remember, to be honest, if I got anything off the price. It was bound to have been jacked up for tourists anyway. So this one again is a bit of an autumny colours. And I sort of layered these are backdrop papers. I layered those, added the lace, a little bit of collage there, and with the snippets, butterflies, and some roses from the botanical. Covered this with the strips again. I thought, well, if we were having autumn, and we should have a Christmas one. So I thought these three here looked like they could be singing Christmas carols. So I used them, and a little bit of lace there, and some holly from the Tim Holtz ephemera pack. And again, this was a winter frame from Tim Holtz ephemera pack, and this is the from the baseball Christmas quotes, and that was a snapshot. And since they looked very cozy in their fur coats, I thought, well, I would put them in there. And this one is a sort of Halloweeny one. Let me see if I can just bring the camera down slightly, a bit closer. This is a set of doors, which I believe again is from Nanine at Collage Type. Put a bit of creepy cloth around there and some black, just some foliage that I've cut out in black. And here they are, the creepy family. They look a bit dour and unhappy, but most of them in the Halloween pack do. Again, backing that, you can see that's some more of my stencil rubbing that I did, and a bit of collage here, die cuts behind, and a little bit of Halloween collage. So technically not a frame, but I thought they were framed in the doorway. This one is some of the things from the new ephemera pack, paper dolls pack, that has cars and houses in several different sizes, several different sizes. And I sort of folded this one around the back, adjusted the wheels so they looked right, added some flowers, and that was from Tim Holtz. The sky was from Tim Holtz ephemera pack. This is one of his frames. I think they're called lacy frames. I've added a little, if you can see that, lace and sequins to the bottom of her dress, and made a little vignette there. She's coming to visit, and she looks very posh sitting on the bonnet of her car. And I had a book at Christmas by Jack Ravi and Jane Chip about making art from photographs. So this was a vintage wedding picture I had in with a box of things, and I cut out the bride. I'm not particularly sure why I picked out the bride rather than the groom, but I don't know, I just did. And I printed out the words of the marriage service and put them behind there, and then just sort of decorated this around in a greeny and yellowy colours, and put to have and to hold there. So they're sort of framed, not in a picture, but framed by the decoration. These two are a bit plainer. I backed them again with these palette digital kit from Tracy Fox, frames from Nanine. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure about that one. I think somebody might have sent me that. A little bit of collage, and the Head and Shoulders paper dolls that from Tim Holtz. So, and on the back we've got the Christmas tree ornaments pack, which would normally have had like cellophane on it, which makes a good photo frame. And I found this wintry picture in my snapshots, and I've got again the baseboard Christmas quotes dashing through the snow and some stars on there. So that is these are all going to be for sale in my Etsy shop, and well, it'll probably be a few days because I have to photograph them and get them uploaded and everything. So anyway, I hope that you will enjoy looking at that. I hope this has found you all well. It's been a while, and I'm glad to be back again. So I've got a few ideas of things I might do. I forgot to bring it out with me, still in the house, but I purchased one of the new Tim Holtz folio booklets. You know, again, mainly I want to have a look at it to see, you know, how it was made. So I might decorate that, and got a few other things on the go. So anyway, as I said, I hope this finds you well, and I hope you'll all take care, and I hope to see you again very soon. So goodbye for now.